Good evening, folks. Just got to nip and run an errand, so I thought I'd go on the old SV and use it as my review recap video. I can also use it as a bit of a further testing for the 4K, Ghost 4K. Got it on my head again. I've adjusted the mic settings. I had it set to number 3 last time and it was clipping, so I've reduced it to number 2 and I want to test it, see what it's like with higher volumes like this, and then also when I'm talking normally. And now shooting at 2.7K. I always find that a sweet spot for the editing process. For the 4K stuff, even though I've got a super powerful computer built for that, when you're running complex edits like I always do, it just causes you loads of grief. So you end up having to make proxy versions of the 4K files, which again takes time to make the proxy versions. Basically, proxy versions are tiny versions of the actual file. So when you're editing, the computer is using the tiny version of it, not the actual file. So it's dead easy to edit with. And then when it comes to rendering, the computer knows that you've used a proxy to edit with, and then it renders the actual file rather than the proxy file. And this is all interspliced with all the other footage as well, you see, that I use, that I do. You know, the drone and the GoPro and the X900 and all that kind of stuff. So it does become very complex. So again, it's a pain in the ass. But I find that 2.7K doesn't need it. I can edit with 2.7 no problem all day long. So if this looks nice, I will maybe try and use 2.7. Anyway, going back off the Ghost for a minute onto the bike. Yeah, I've got to say, this bike is bloody fantastic. First time I've been back on it again since me and Gaz went out to do a test review day on it. It's the first time I've touched it. I went out last night for an evening ride, but I decided to take my partner in crime because I love her and I've missed her. But I was saying this on Instagram or a while back Facebook earlier, that it's good being able to test all these new bikes, because I tell you, it makes me appreciate just how amazing that VFR is. You know, it's a 13-year-old bike now, mine, and actually 2003, 15-year-old bike. Wow. I had to use my fingers then. I'm not paying attention. 15-year-old bike, you know, and the power is just amazing. And last night I didn't film anything. I just basically went out for a ride by myself. No cameras on the head or anything, and it made a change because, you know, when I'm out doing the things I'm doing now and I've got the camera, and I'm constantly aware of the fact that I'm creating something. You know, I'm not just enjoying being on the open road. You know, I'm aware of the fact that I'm creating something. So kind of not the same. Whereas last night I went out, just me, no camera, and I had a very, 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 very spirited ride. But this is a great bike, so easy and light. This is my favourite one so far of the Suzuki bikes that we've borrowed. Totally different altogether, as obviously to the V-Strom. V-Strom were great for what it is, but this is just this just makes you smile straight away. So light and easy to ride. I fully endorse this bike. I love it. And yeah, you know, if I got a garage big enough and an unlimited pot of gold, then I would happily have one. I'd happily have one. Honestly, so much fun to zip around on. In fact, one of the things I noticed last night going out on the VFR was the weight. There's just no weight to this whatsoever. It just feels like you're getting on a BMX and you could just flick it around any way you want. Absolutely lovely. The power is addictive. It's so super smooth, so instant. There's no winding up. It's just there straight away. They look lovely. As I said in that last review video, I prefer the look of Gaz's. I really don't dislike the look of this one. I think it looks gorgeous. But with Gaz's one at the side, the SV650, this is the SV650X. I keep getting my X's mixed up. That one just definitely ticks all the boxes. But what I would like to do is put this seat on the 650, because it's a lovely, it's like ribbed, it's a beautiful seat. I'm gonna have to pick this little video up in a second once I've done my business in here. You know, for just doing things like this, just for running errands and stuff, I think I'd pick this one all day long. But yeah, as a few of you already pointed out on that last video, that red frame on the 650, the black and red combo looks gorgeous. Red frame, red wheels, it's gorgeous. But again, like I really like this more, you know, these clip-on bars and stuff. I haven't spent enough time on the other one for me to decide that I like that one more. But I'm totally comfortable on this. It is a very similar position to the VFR. Going back to the camera again, I'm going to be flipping backwards and forwards on this video, sorry. Just as and when things pop into my head, I'll talk about it. The camera, yeah, as you saw, the 4K footage, even though the stabilization was turned off, the footage still seemed jerky. And I just didn't like it. It looked clean, it looked very, very clean, and the image was a lot nicer than the standard 1080 on the S. It was a lot nicer. I think it needed a touch of post-production sharpening, actually. I didn't do anything on it in terms of that, so I wanted to see just how it comes out of the can, you know. So I think it could have done with like a 1% or 2% bit of sharpening on it to crisp the image up lovely. But yeah, I want to see how this 2.7, if this seems jerky as well. I'm going to stick it up here. Oh, it's a bit naughty, isn't it? Right, let's go home and check this footage. Hopefully, I'll be able to use this tiny little clip just as a very little sign-off to the SVs, because we are, I don't think we'll be doing much more on them. They're due back in about 3 weeks, but what we'll be picking up next, folks, what's next? What we have got is, oh, where are we today? Friday. On Thursday, we're going to a tasty little media day with Suzuki down at Bruntingthorpe Proving Ground, where we get to play on loads of bikes on a track, thrash them down the runway. That includes the Hayabusa and the GSXR 1000R. I think there's about 10 bikes there for us to play on. Open pit lane, so you can just basically go out, zip round, pull in, jump on another one. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, and I've asked the question about the thing I couldn't do in Spain, and that was filming on the track. And I can, because it's obviously not a proper racetrack, Bruntingthorpe. It's yeah, I can film everything from the helmet, so be able to give you a full day's worth of content on that, including the 200-mile-an-hour Hayabusa down the runway. Holy yeah, very much looking forward to that one. So that's Thursday. We'll be driving to the event, so we can concentrate on filming stuff rather than riding there and having to make do with stuff. And then the day after that, it's Wild Bad Weekender. Yes. All those of you coming to ride from the departure lounge on Friday morning, we'll see you then. See you a week today. Let's have positive mental attitudes from everybody. Positive thoughts. The weather is going to be great. Yes, it is. Yeah, so my Wild Bad Stroke RV review, overall score of the SV650, got to stand tall. Got to stand tall. I think this would appeal to anybody. Even as a first big bike, this will teach you how to ride, and man, you'll have so much fun on it. I'm very, very, very surprised about this, because I just thought, oh, it'll be all right. But it's mega. It's absolutely mega. And to be honest, nearly every single person that's commented about the SVs have been pretty much unanimous in the fact that these are brilliant bikes. Not everyone's cup of tea, but as I said before, I'd rather be someone's shot of bourbon than everybody's cup of tea, wouldn't you? Oh man, so much fun. I would say this has got to be a good strong 8 out of 10. Woo! A good strong 8 out of 10. So much fun. They look lovely. Light enough to put in your pocket. This should be on everybody's list. Even if you want just another bike to play on, this will make you smile more than any other. Yeah, official word for me, 8 out of 10. I've started high, haven't I? Started high with the 7 out of 10 for the V-Strom. I've got to be honest, I didn't, looking at them, and because they're quite small, I didn't expect them to go anywhere near as well as they do. Obviously it's got the same engine as the V-Strom 650, but in like, just dressed in a little skirt rather than a full-on Viking outfit. So the next ones we're having are all from the same model, but different sizes. Again, recommended by you lot. Any comments below on this video, let us know what you'd like to see us on. So we've done the SVs, we've done the V-Stroms. There's a few more yet to go. So, but yeah, you let us know what you'd like to see us on, and we'll try our best to make it happen. It's just so instant, the power, and because it's so light, it just gets there. That's me and the SV done.